The political crisis engulfing Rivers State has refused to go away, with the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory and former Governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, still spitting what critics describe as venom. The crisis between the duo reached a crescendo last month when the House of Assembly was set on fire, allegedly by thugs loyal to the governor, to avert his impeachment. While Wike said the governor of the state, Alaye Fubara, was only trying to create a political crisis for himself, Wike, however, vowed to maintain his political structure in the state. Let's cross live now to Port Harcourt, where Dr. Alaye Theophilus, president of the Ijaw Youth Council, joins us now to assess the situation in Rivers State and prefer likely solutions. Good afternoon and welcome to Newsday. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's start with your take on the political crisis in Rivers State, caused by the rift between the governor, Fubara, and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike. His predecessor believes that he's just importing political crisis, which is not necessary. What's your opinion on this?
Thank you very much. In as much as what is happening in Rivers State is very, very unfortunate, because in as much as the Rivers people are concerned, it's a peaceful, business-friendly, and development-oriented government and governance that they want as a people. But be that as it may, as the governor of Rivers State, which is the incumbent governor, Fubara, I believe as the person that is in the helms of affairs in Rivers State, cannot deliberately foment crisis that will cause crisis or lead to instability in a state that is governing. So in as much as we are aware, those political godfathers that really want to control the activities, the happenings, the political environment in Rivers State are the group of persons that are really behind the crisis, the crisis that is happening here in Rivers State. And it is really, really unfortunate that a state that is very, very sensitive and instrumental to the stability and the peace and the well-being of the entirety of the Niger Delta is about to be pushed into crisis just because of some few individuals, some few group of persons that believe that the affairs of things, the way the political arena, environment in the state is not really favoring them. Well, as a council, as the president of the council, it's very, very unfortunate, and we believe that as Mr. President has already intervened, stability will come back to Rivers State, and the development and the well-being of Rivers State people are going to be at top priority.
Well, the Ijaw National Congress Worldwide had urged Governor Wike and Governor Fubara to make peace in order for the peace of the state to reign. Do you believe that peace can be sustained? It seems a bit peaceful now, but how can they make sure that both parties are agreeing?
What is paramount to us as a people is the development, the growth, and the well-being of Rivers State. And if the governor, the incumbent governor of Rivers State, is not living up to expectations of the demands of the people of Rivers State, definitely we wouldn't want him to continue. But he's just barely 6 months into office, so we don't really think the governor as an individual have really contravened. Well, on the area of peace, there is no person that wouldn't want peace to exist in a state or environment. So as a people, we are in line with what the INC said. What we want here in Rivers State is peace, development, business-friendly environment that will create jobs opportunity for the people, a booming business environment. So peace, as a matter of fact, is golden. And as a council, that is why we have always intervened we have always come in to see how we can bring peace back to Rivers State. And that is why we have also been reaching out to the national leadership of the PDP, the APC, and the federal government, and those well-meaning Rivers people, sons and daughters, home and abroad, to see how they can mediate. IYC as a council from the inception of this crisis has been playing a mediatory role. And that is where we are. We believe that both parties are going to come into understanding, but that understanding that they will come into that will bring the needed peace, let it be that it is for the general interest of the Rivers people and Rivers development. Let it not be that it is a peace that will be one-sided, that the generality of Rivers people are not going to be beneficial. Because in as much as Rivers State is concerned, as I've said before, it is a critical state that contributes to the stability of the entirety of the Niger Delta. So we wouldn't want a situation that Rivers State will be put into crisis. And we are still calling on those persons, especially the former governor, the immediate past governor, the leader of the PDP in Rivers State, Winsor Wike, that the governor in question, it is immediate and direct boy. And if father and son are having issues, at least we shouldn't make it to the point that it will cause crisis in the entirety of the state. Father and son issues are always best settled off camera and in-house. By so doing, you earn respect from the public and the entirety of the Rivers people. And that is why we are believing that with his wealth of experience as a former governor and as a serving minister, you understand the importance of peace. You understand the importance of a state that is devoid of crisis, because that will definitely woe in investors that will come and invest in Rivers State, that will create job opportunities for the teeming youth of Rivers State. And that is our position. We believe that peace will come, and that is why we don't want people to be using words that will be aggravating the already tense environment that is within the political space of Rivers State.
Now, earlier you talked...
Giving it ethnic coloration.
Earlier you talked about
giving it ethnic coloration.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, giving it ethnic coloration that the Ijaw Youth Council as a body is coming into solidarity with the incumbent governor of Rivers State just because the governor is from Ijaw State. I keep on asking, why will people be making such kind of statements? In as much as the Niger Delta is concerned, the Ijaw youth, the Ijaw ethnic bloc is playing a big brother role, because we are the largest ethnic bloc in the Niger Delta. And as such, any crisis that happens in any state affects our sons and daughters. And that is why, over time, our agitations have never been on state basis. The agitation of the Ijaw people has never been on state or local government basis, but for the entirety of the Niger Delta. And that is why you see that when the Ijaw man is agitating in Nigeria, you keep on hearing the word, the Niger Delta region, because the Ijaw ethnic nation is playing a big brother role in the entire Niger Delta region. And that is why when we see people coming to say that the Ijaw ethnic is taking side because the governor, the incumbent governor, no. What about the time that the immediate past governor was contesting his election? The 9 core Ijaw local government that is from Rivers State, that is in Rivers State here, those persons that are from Ijaw ethnic nationality, what was their position? Didn't they come out in mass to defend his mandate? Some of them put themselves even on the line, and some persons paid with their lives for his mandate. So people giving it ethnic coloration is very, very laughable. And I will encourage those persons that really want peace and this lingering crisis to settle to come in and play a leadership and mediatory role, and not to be given its name. The former minister, in as much as we know, is an adopted political son to the Ijaw ethnic bloc, because we all understand how he became a governor of Rivers State. The role his then political godfather, who happens to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and his just son, and the then first lady, the role they played in giving him the ticket. That, in fact, in Rivers State, zoning has always been riverine upland. That's the first in history that two equations succeeded themselves, despite the fact that the time for the riverine persons, we are still giving back to upland. That is to say that the Ijaw ethnic nation has always been playing a big brother role and not supporting people within the Niger Delta on ethnic ground. And that is why we are trying to clear and make that impression known to everybody that anytime the IYC, the Ijaw ethnic nation, is coming into issues of Niger Delta, they are playing a role of a big brother and not on the ground of what they will benefit as an ethnic bloc. That is just the clarification that I really also wanted to make, because anytime the IYC or the Ijaw ethnic nation come to say their position, stand in solidarity with the incumbent governor, people always try keep giving it ethnic coloration, and it's not really comfortable. Those that the Ijaw people over time have also stood for in times of their own need that are not from the Ijaw ethnic bloc, what will you call that? Is it because they are sons and daughters of Ijaw nation, that is why the people of the Ijaw ethnic bloc came to support them in solidarity? So we wouldn't want people to be always giving it ethnic coloration. What we want is a stable River State where sons and daughters from River State can also come in and benefit. Because if River State is stable, if the economy of River State is booming, if there are employment opportunities as a result of investors coming into River State, sons and daughters of Ijaw ethnic nation is definitely going to benefit. And if there are crises in River State, it will also affect sons and daughters of Ijaw nation. So in as much as River State and the entire Niger Delta is concerned, a Ijaw ethnic nation is an interested party, and that is why we always come in to play that big brother role. That is just the clarification that I really wanted to make.
No, very well said. But I'm sure you know that this rift between a serving governor and his predecessor is really not new. You know, it's not new in River State, it's not even new in Nigerian politics. So I'm wondering, how would you suggest that we begin to dismantle this godfatherism structure that you earlier talked about, so that we do not have a repeat of this crisis going forward?
No, in fact, the immediate past governor of River State is someone that's ruled River State devoid of godfather. We all understand the process that he came on board in 2015. He took over office from the opposition, and immediately when he became governor of River State, at the center, power have already shifted to the APC. So there was no person in River State that was dictating how he will manage River State affairs. Let us be clear. So someone that does not even experience the dictatorial lifestyle of a godfather today coming to dictate for someone is very, very laughable. And I believe that that is why in River State, godfather don't really fly. Because the people is what gives whoever that want to be in office the mantle of leadership. It is the people of River State that defend the mandate, and that is how the people of River State will always has been defending democracy. River State is one state that over time federal might has not really make way, and that is why I believe that it is the Rivers people, and the way the River people are always coming out to defend democracy. That is the advice I have for the entirety of Nigeria, that any time that you know that politics is in your doorstep, always come to defend your mandate. Because we can't say that it's because we are more than. How many are they? The masses is what hands over the mandate. So what I'm saying is that in Nigeria, in various states, democracy, the beauty of democracy is the input the masses put. We know there are loopholes that the electoral guideline of Nigeria has given for rigging and some other things, but the masses always speak volume. Political godfather, I don't think, have a place or space in Nigeria. It is we, the masses, that are making them relevant. And anytime the masses are ready to take over power, power will always be with the masses. That is my position.
And And speaking of the masses, how will they fare now, or how have they been faring, especially within the midst of this godfather and successor battle?
The people of Rivers State have already expressed their displeasure, and they have also showed their solidarity that they are with the governor, because they haven't seen where the governor have really gone wrong. They haven't seen where the governor has mismanaged the wealth, the funds of Rivers people. And that is why you see that everything in Rivers State is very stable. There is no environmental tension anywhere, because the people are with the governor, and the few individuals that want to gang up to cause crisis in Rivers State, they are minority. Their position cannot really speak volume. What they are trying to use is the federal might. But the people of Rivers State have already sent a signal to them that the federal might does not play a role, does not hold water here in Rivers State. And I believe with that, they have also seek redress, and those that really wanted to cause the instability, I believe, is showing the path of peace, and peace has returned to Rivers State, and life is normal. But any day, anytime, the people of Rivers State have shown their commitment that they are with the governor, they will stand with the governor, and they will stand in solidarity with the governor until the mandate that they have given to him, which is for the period of 4 years, comes and go. And just of this morning, we also heard that he has won the appeal court judgment in his favor. That is to say that in the pool and before the law, he is the governor of Rivers State, and he is the governor that the Rivers people have chosen to handle the affairs of Rivers State for the period of 4 years, which they have also said that if there are some few individuals who want to come and take that power away from them, they will stand to defend that mandate which they have given to the governor. That is just the position of things. Rivers State is very stable, business is going very fine, and the people are with the governor. They stand with him, and they are still with him.
Now, you've talked about, the president mediating in this crisis, the leadership of the PDP, your elders, but I'm wondering what role security agencies should play in this crisis. Nyesom Wike has insinuated that the governor was behind the burning of the chambers of the State House of Assembly in a bid to prevent his impeachment. Shouldn't that be investigated?
That is the responsibility of the security agencies. But you are a journalist, you are a media person. You know the country we found ourselves. Over time, based on directives from power from above, so many media, security and anti-graft agencies has always been compromised. If he has clear evidence that, yes, that burning that took place in the Rivers State House of Assembly was carried out by the governor, he should bring evidence. If he doesn't have that, even the other Rivers people are saying that some people that are loyal to him, the minister, were the people that went to burn the Rivers State House of Assembly, so that they will put it on him that it was him that is destroying properties that were built with Rivers Fund, so that they will succeed with their destructive tendencies of serving him impeachment notes. But Rivers people are wiser than that, and they have also understood that the burning that took place in the Rivers State House of Assembly were carried out by some group of persons that were loyal to the minister in order to put the governor on bad light. So if he has clear and competent evidence that it was the governor that carried out that act, he should bring and allow the security agencies to carry out an independent investigation. But that they won't do, because they will keep on telling you that they only follow directives or orders from above. And that is why you see that over time, liberal minds have always been agitating for state policing. Because if there is state police, some of these things can definitely be addressed. Because in as much as the police system is being controlled from the power at the center, you will see that even a minister will call the IG of police, and the IG of police will be giving directive to the DIG of a zone, and the DIG sending that same signal to the commissioner, and you will see that they will just compromise everything. We have seen such kind of things over time, and it's not new. If you are waiting for the security agencies to come up with a clear position that this is what happened, you are wasting your time. Because the power that be at the national will dictate to them is what they would even ask you to put on paper. So that is just the position of things. And I believe that with Mr. President being a Democrat, a dogged fighter, he will direct the IG of police to tell his boys here in Rivers State to carry out an independent investigation of what is happening, and they should be professional with their rule of engagement. Imagine seeing a governor and his entourage going to assess what happened in the Rivers State Assembly complex, and you see them tear gassing him, firing live bullets at a serving governor, the chief security officer. That is to tell you that he does not even have control of the security architecture of the state. Because those that dictate what the commissioner of police and the security architecture does in the state is from above. And those are some of the challenges, and that is why you see that even to solve some issues of criminality, crime, to reduce crime becomes a problem. Because we don't even know which person's order they are taking and from which order they are working. Those are some of the challenges, and we are all Nigerians. We are conversant with how they operate, and we are conversant with the way things are always being manipulated when you come to security agencies and the rest. And we are not new to it. We are not new to it. That is my position.
It is quite unfortunate. With that chain of command, in order to get things done in the country, we do understand, and we hope things do get better. But what is the way forward now as we round up this discussion?
Thank you very much. The way forward is we are calling on those within the corridor of power. You know, the incumbent governor is someone that respects constituted authority, is someone that respects elders, and his paramount priority as the governor is to see how Rivers State will get to the next level, to see how Rivers State can be industrialized, to see how Rivers State can develop, and to see how Rivers youth can be engaged, and to see how investors can come into Rivers State. And it is our prayer that we want all those political leaders in Rivers State to support, bring ideas, woe in investors that will give the governor enabling environment to pilot the affairs of Rivers State for the next 4 years. That is our position. That is just the message that we have for the people of the Niger Delta and the Rivers State at large. Thank you.
Dr. Alaye Theophilus, Niger Delta Youth Leader, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.